Hey there guys, Fave here, and how tall is a Robloxian? Now, this might seem like a strange or even stupid question to ask. Fave, it's a video game. What do you mean how tall is a Robloxian? It's however many pixels tall it is. But what if you met a Robloxian in the real world? Would they be above average height, below average height, average height? And the question is actually much more complex than you think, especially with Roblox inventing things like R15. So if we go to body over here and we go to scale, we have a thing called height. And apparently, I'm a tall boy. But if of course I turn my body type up to 100%, then you can see me being even taller. And then, if I make myself a short little jit, then I'm short. And you can mess with this all day. But this is not the only thing that affects a Robloxian's height. No, because then you also have hats that can increase your height. So if I took off my bowler and my federation, then I'm shorter inherently. But for example, if I put on this pastel top hat over here, I'm even taller. But there's some pretty big hats on Roblox. And if I were to figure out what is the biggest hat on Roblox, that would take me quite some time. I mean, I'm just scrolling through all these hats I have here, and who knows how tall some of these could be. Throwback, as you can see, it covers half of my head, but it's all the way up here. But for simplicity's sake, we should look at how tall is a default Roblox noob. So for this, I'm going to create a brand new account. I'm going to call it How Tall Are I? Bam. And the password I'm going to put on this is tallman666. So this will be How Tall Are I, boy? And the first thing we must figure out is how do we convert Roblox measurements to real life measurements. So first of all, let's see the outfit they've given to me. You know, the good old default, not going to change a single thing. We're going to figure out how tall is Mr. How Tall Are I, boy? Now, the good thing is, we have a very accurate source to tell us precisely how tall a Robloxian could be. So, in this old 2012 article about Roblox potato cannons and Roblox physics, Roblox actually reveals how big Roblox studs are. And if you're wondering what Roblox studs are, square things that you see on the ground in a default baseplate game or something like that. So, one of these little squares is a stud, and according to Roblox itself, in Roblox, one real-world meter is 20 studs. So with this being known, we can now go into Roblox Studio and count how many studs. Alright, so you see a bunch of studs here on the floor. I mean, I could spend all day counting all the studs on here. But we're going to figure out, since 20 of these is equal to 1 meter, how tall is a Robloxian? So the first thing we're going to do is insert my avatar. So we got to remember my name. How tall are I, boy? We're going to spawn them in R15. Alright, so now we have studs to measure up against. So here's what we're going to do here. Since 20 studs is equal to 1 meter, this brick right here is approximately 4 studs tall. So if I just pile up 5 of these, 3, 4, 5, this is 1 meter worth of Roblox height. Now, how many studs tall is Robloxian? He's standing up straight, his back's against the wall. And let's go ahead and count, okay? 1 stud, 2 stud, 3 stud, 4 stud, 5 stud, 6 stud. For simplicity's sake, we're going to say that Robloxian is approximately 6 studs tall. Now, we have to crunch the numbers. If there's 20 studs in a meter and a Robloxian is 6 studs tall, that means a Robloxian, a default boy noob, is 0.3 meters tall. Now, not all of us use meters. Here in America, we don't even know what meters are. But just for you European people, 0.3 meters, that's 30 centimeters. But I don't understand that. So, meters to feet, please. Alright, so 0.3 meters is about 0.984 feet, which we're going to round up to 1 foot. So our guy, How Tall Are I, boy, is 1 foot tall. So let me go ahead and put that down. And now, we're going to go ahead and see how tall I am. See if I stack up against the competition. So I'm gonna use this Windwood top hat to try to give me a height advantage. And let me make sure my height's all the way up. Okay. So now let's go ahead and insert me. Looking very much taller. I'm definitely taller than Mr. How Tall Are I boy. Let's get my back up against the wall. Let's stack me up. Alright, so this is a default boy. How tall am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's approximately 9 studs worth of height on Fave. Now let's do the math again. So that's 0.45 meters, which translates to roughly 1.5 feet. So I'm not much taller than him. I'm taller than him. That's all that matters, okay? Let's go ahead and move these people to the side real quick. Now we must test out the girls, because the girls matter too. Let's create a new account. How tall am I, girl? And the password's gonna be only girl in the world. Default girl. How tall am I, girl? And just so you know, it's default, little skinny, little thought. Let's see if this differs at all from the person we just looked at. So, let's go ahead and load in how tall am I, girl? So, if we factor in hair height, we could say that she's slightly taller than him, but it still averages out to about a foot worth of height. So, 1 foot for her too. So now, we've solved this. Let's go ahead and do some more testing. So now, we know that you can make your Robloxian really short. So let's go ahead, since I'm already logged on to the girl, let's get a little girl height going here. Make her a tiny, tiny, tiny girl. Alright, so the best way to achieve Roblox shortness in a default character is to turn down the body type. So now we have what looks like their daughter, I guess, adapting the same style as her mom. But we gotta move her to the side real quick and see how tall she is. So little girl, you are one. Alright girl, I'm gonna have to shave your hair off. I'm sorry, but I have to make sure there's a difference here. Now with your bald little short self, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 studs tall, which is definitely different because now you're 1/4 meter tall, okay? And 1/4 meter is only 0.8 feet. So you're 4/5 of a foot tall. But I'm not finished yet. Nope, not even close. Alright, so that doesn't stack up. Let's try another one. Alright, so it looks like I can't achieve my top height. So I'm going to go ahead and say the tallest you could be is 1.5 feet. But some people are headless. Bye! Behead the daughter. So now, how tall is the daughter without a head? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's about 0.2 meters, is about 2/3 of a foot tall. So now that we have learned how tall Robloxians are, you can be anywhere between 2/3 of a foot all the way up to 1.5 feet tall. So that's about a feet worth of height differences. The thing that worries me about this whole experiment though is Robloxians are really short because let's just look at the average human height. The average human is 5'9", and the average Robloxian is about a foot. So Robloxians would not survive in the real world. You should be glad we have things like Robloxia. And the absolute worst part is that I think Roblox toys are even worse off. Because if we go ahead and throw the ruler up right next to them, we can see that they're approximately 3 inches tall. And that's rounding up to be nice to these Roblox toys. So if a Roblox toy, such as my Rainbow Barf here, which y'all might remember that video, is 3 inches tall, that would make him about 1/4 of a foot, which makes him much, much shorter than the average Robloxian, and much worse off in the real world. So if you thought Robloxians were short, well, oh man, Roblox toys are short. So rest in peace to this guy. Anyway, yeah. But I could go ahead and see how much they weigh and stuff like that, but that's for another video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. How tall do you think your Roblox scene is? Subscribe, hit the bell, subscribe to Fave 2, follow me on Twitter, Roblox Fave, join my fan club on Roblox, follow me on Roblox, send me a message, send me a friend request. It's your boy Fave, and I'm out.